I'm Tyler.
I'm Shorty.
I'm Miles.
I'm Kara.
And we are The Inner Idiot.
This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy. Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
Look, and YouTube world. Oh, we're live. You hear the music. You know what that means. Time to lube up your ears, or else we're going in raw dog. We're here for the audio intercourse. Welcome to The Inner Idiot. I am your host.
Audio intercourse?
Audio intercourse. We're about to make love to these ear holes.
God bless.
I'm your host, the big, the bald, the beautiful, the brash, the bumbling, MC Tyler Havlin. Welcome back to the show, people. We missed you. I swear, it feels like more than a week since we've recorded. I know it hasn't been, but God, this last week has felt like the longest year ever.
I'll give you that. It's been a very long week.
It has. I don't know why. Like, in the group chat, when I'm messaging you guys the top 5, I'm like, man, I haven't talked to Shorty in like 7 weeks.
I don't know if it felt like that long, but it did feel like a while. Like, man, I haven't talked to Tyler in fucking a minute.
I thought it was just me. I attribute it to like my big weepy baby disease.
Big weepy baby. All right, well, we're here. Let me introduce the crew, minus Kara today, which is not very fitting since it's Women's Appreciation Month or Women's
I
History
seriously
Month.
thought we were going to push it back as soon as Kara sent out that message.
No, can't do that.
All right. I mean, it's okay, you know, like.
We still have to appreciate the women.
No. I'm here for it, you know. Next
women's...
week we can do like the most deplorable women or whatever.
That'd be a fun episode.
That would be fun. Kara, you're on that list.
All right, let me introduce you all. He is the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic books. He's been petting Kitty and grabbing Titty since December 11th, 2020. Oh, here it comes.
Damn it!
He's trying to get his shirt off. There it is. 2 claps and Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Fresh in the flesh.
Woo! Dude, I think I sprayed my arm. He's, Last time I got undressed that fast, I was getting laid.
It was December 11th. All right. How was your week, man, since we haven't spoken 7 weeks?
Let's see. The 7 weeks, which was actually 7 days, it was all right. We had a good time. We celebrated Donnie's birthday. That was about it, like, the extent of it, other than fucking work and shit.
You know, sometimes I forget how young Donnie is, because he looks like he's about 47.
It was funny. Somebody in the group, the D&D group chat, they were like, oh, hey, next year, like, how old are you turning? And, oh, I'll turn 20. Oh, well, next year we're going to have to take you out to the bars. He's like, why wait? He's like, I haven't been carded in, like, 5 years, so, like, why not? I was like, yeah, we probably could get away with that. Like, it wouldn't.
He looks older than any of us.
He looks older than Cake.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, everybody looks older than Cake.
That's also fair. I was about to say, I don't get carded anymore, but just, you know, I got gray and beard now.
Yeah. All right.
Though I ain't complaining.
Next up, he's a Jedi in the streets, a Sith in the sheets. If you got a pap, he will smear it. He is our residential doctor. He'll steal your heart, but not your credit scores, ladies. Not just one lady, ladies.
There you go.
2 claps and Ric Flair for Dr. Miles Sham.
Woo!
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good. Look, claps and woos are way more on point when Kara isn't here.
That's not true.
They're so unrhythmic when she's here. Have you ever seen Kara dance?
Yes.
Does she have rhythm?
No.
Didn't think so. Kara, we love you. I don't know if she's watching.
But
right
she
now.
like the week I got back from fucking vacation, dude. Everything was on point. You know what I'm saying? And Kara was here. She was here for it.
So how's your last 7 weeks been, Miles? See, you I talk to on a daily basis because of Final Fantasy 14, but
Even then, it just feels like it's just been a stupid amount of time in between, like, just talking.
yeah, it's been a
been,
long fucking week.
It has been. Like I said, I attribute it to the big weepy baby disease, but yeah.
I gotta get over that.
Well, there's that, and then that likes to interact with my stupid bitch disease too. So
Stupid bitch disease.
depression, anxiety.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was like,
Big
I'm
Mike Danny and stupid bitch.
confused.
It flows together,
All right.
but I don't know. Work, hanging out with the kids, more work.
It's all
Like-
good.
I only got 4 for this top 5.
It's all right. I got 6, 7, really.
I've got 5.
So we got you covered.
I guess I could make up. No, I can get 5. I can get 5.
All right, so today's top 5 is brought to you by DW Vapors on Mall Road in Florence, Kentucky. Go check them out. Tell them the idiot sent you for a 10% discount. Look, Jay and Chad will get you right. I don't know the other people that work there, but those two, chef kisses. All right, today's top 5. It's National Women's History Month or something. Look, we're celebrating ladies regardless, okay? It's happening. All my favorite things in this world, most of them are on a female, and they're pink. So we're going to hop right into it. Top 5 influential women. Miles, you're going to start us off here.
All right. In no particular order, and I do have to note that I did not delve deep into all of this,
Sure.
just because otherwise I'd be here for hours talking about achievements that they have made. Starting off, we have Amelia Earhart. She was big for women in aviation and flying, and she set crazy, she set crazy goals, circumnavigating the globe. Minus the whole, I don't know, there's a couple little snafus before her unfortunate disappearance, but
Sure.
big leaps and bounds there. Then we have Vera Rubin. She is credited with discovering dark matter
Neat.
or assisting in discovering dark matter. She's one of the big people for that.
So basically what you're saying is she discovered it and the dude got credit for it.
No, she got credit for it.
Okay.
I don't know which order it went in. I don't know if she was assisting and discovered it or she had discovered it on her own.
Okay.
Like I said, I did not dive super deep because their list of accomplishments are astronomical.
Right.
Then we have Rosalind Franklin. Now this is like you said, her male colleagues ended up getting the credit for this, but she's the one who found the double helix structure to DNA.
Oh, wow.
Dope.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
DNA's tiny. She had to look hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows where the clitoris is, though, so it's okay.
I should hope so. She's a woman.
Then we have Betty White. She's just influential to everybody. It counts.
It does count.
She's on Tyler's list.
Kind of.
She's on everybody's
She's
list.
on everybody's list.
Oh.
It doesn't even matter what
There's
list
your
you're
number
making.
5.
She's in.
Huh?
There's your number 5.
And then finally is Mary Shelley. She wrote Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
And is credited for like being the mother of sci-fi in all genres of sci-fi.
Yeah.
Nice.
She basically birthed horror.
I thought
as we
Marie
know it.
Curie was on your list.
I was wrong.
She didn't make the list. Shorty.
She's on my list.
Is she?
Yep.
Now, are you referring to her as Marie Curie or Madame Curie?
I guess technically would be both.
Okay. Because Miles hadn't heard her referred to as Madame Curie before.
Really?
And for a minute, I was like, well, I am an idiot. Let me double check that with somebody a little smarter than me. So I figured I'd ask you.
Yeah, I've known her as Madame Curie.
Nope, that was new to me.
Yeah. I think it's because I've heard, like, because of my dad being really into science and shit like that, he talked about her and he would always refer to her as Madame Curie.
That makes sense.
So, but it is Marie or Mary.
Starts
Okay.
with an M.
Yep.
We'll get there.
Ends with an IE. What? No, I guess that's, she's my number 5. There's no particular order, but Number 5 would be Madame Curie helping discover the different chemicals and stuff like that in radioactive stuff and shit like that, and helping develop the X-ray.
Nice.
Like, so learning in medicine and shit like that. And she won 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, I think. I'm pretty sure she won 2.
Yeah, she was.
She won one on her own and then one with her husband, I think.
Something along those lines, but I know she is like one of the first people to get 2.
Yeah. I don't remember what her first one was for. And they actually, like, the atomic symbol they use for the periodic table or whatever is actually CI, dedicated to her.
Nice.
Yeah, I learned that last night because I was just looking up some of the accomplishments of her and shit like that. Next is Queen Elizabeth the First. She's also known as the Virgin Queen of England, and she chose not to marry a man, but instead her country, and dedicated all her time. She was specifically known for.
I wonder how that date night went.
She was known for. She became a European major power in politics, commerce, and arts, and she was known for her hot temper and cunning.
So if you ever wondered where the Eiffel Tower came from, Eiffel Tower, 2 dudes, 1.
That's French.
Oh, what's Europe?
You're an idiot.
Yeah, no, I was gonna stink it up somewhere.
You upset me.
I know I do. That's my whole goal in life, to upset those around me.
Yep. Number 3 is Catherine the Great. She was
Was she great?
She was pretty dope because she was first married to the King of Russia, but then orchestrated a coup to overthrow him. And she named herself Empress of Russia.
That's
So
pretty dope.
it's pretty fucking badass. She's like, I literally don't need this man. Get him out of my life. Like, she divorced him and took all of his shit. Like, that was the first thing.
His whole country.
His whole fucking country.
You don't
everything.
get half. I am Mother Russia.
Number 2, if we're counting down, Wonder Woman. I don't think in any form of media, fictional media that is, or is it nonfiction?
That would be fictional.
It would be fictional?
Nonfiction happened.
Okay, cool beans. Thank you, Miles.
We're just all sharing in the stupid today.
Yeah, we're fucking, yeah. But no, I don't think there's any, like, icon more, like, empowering to women and shit like that. Like, it was a huge deal when her movie came out, her TV show back in the 70s or 80s, whenever the fuck that came out. Like, that was a huge deal. Like, Wonder Woman has been the number 1 selling woman comic book of all time.
I'm trying to think of who would rival her. Do you know what the number 2 is?
Nope.
Who do you think it would be?
If I had to guess, it would probably be Batgirl, just because of the length of time she's been out. But nah, that'd be about it.
I'm
dude.
trying to think of a standalone female comic characters that aren't a part of a group.
Well, I can think of several.
I can, but I feel like they're not.
But
in the forefront.
there's never been any of them that have came close to doing what Wonder Woman has done for both women and comic book readers across the board. Like, Wonder Woman has always been this. Like, I mean, hell, the creator of it was a dude, but he modeled it after his wife and said, this is the ideal woman. Like, strong, powerful, intelligent. Like, this is the ideal woman. Not
I
great.
like it.
Yeah, so.
I wonder if he ever got a divorce.
He did. Yep.
Like, I don't need no man.
The problem was he modeled it after a strong, independent woman who was, like, intelligent and all this other shit, and then cheated on her and she left him. Fucked up. True story.
Really?
Yep.
So if you think your wife's the ideal woman and you cheat on her, like, that's some idiocracy in its finest.
It's the true story, bud. True
Wow.
fucking story.
People are dumb.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
Holy
they strike
shit.
gold and they're like, man, I bet I can go somewhere else and dig too. And nope. Sorry, bud.
These motherfuckers digging 2 and 3 holes. I'm just like trying to get one deep enough.
I'm just standing there with a broken shovel.
Was that your whole list?
No. The last one, an influential woman of my own life, is my mom. So she goes on my list. No matter what, I don't give a fuck. This woman taught me everything I needed to know about women, and sadly, she didn't teach me enough. But that's
never
okay.
Enough.
No, it's
Never
not.
enough.
It's not enough. The best advice she gave me, she goes, women are complicated and you're an idiot. And I'm like, yep, you're right.
This tracks. All right, here's my top 5. Now, let me just preface this by saying this wouldn't be a list without Betty White. She died for our sins not too long ago. Okay, so Betty White, she is the list.
Like all sins ever committed.
All sins ever committed, Betty White died for.
Man, Jesus is some answering to do then.
I'm just saying, does that include like people like blasting rope to weird shit?
Yeah, blasting rope.
That's terrible.
I still love that. Shooting rope. That's great.
You want slinging yogurt? What do you like?
Slinging
No, I
yogurt.
like
Work with me here.
I like shooting rope way better.
Slinging
It's so
yogurt's
great.
when you're done.
All right, so here is my top 5. Number 5 is Monica Lewinsky. This woman rose to power and showed you that anything is possible as long as you put the right dick in your mouth. Okay? Look, Monica, there's nothing special about her, but she owned
No,
the world.
there was something special about her.
Really? Like, do you think it was that great? I don't know.
He went back.
She was mediocre looking at best. Okay? She wasn't, like, super smart. Yeah, she worked in the White House. Whatever.
Smart enough.
Yeah, smart enough.
Smart enough to blow the right dude.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
follow up to that. Have you seen her like Twitter and shit? It's
I have not.
fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna check it out after this episode.
Give it a look. See, it is funny.
So yeah, she's number 5. Number 4 is shared with Taylor Tomlinson and Eliza Schlesinger. These are 2 of the funniest women on the planet. On the planet. You two would really appreciate Taylor Tomlinson. Check out her newest special on Netflix. Dude, she is amazing. They're both female comedians, and they're 2 of my favorites, hands down. Like, no competition. Number 3 is Martha Stewart. Not only was Martha Stewart a looker in her heyday, but they gave her the mold. You're a homemaker. All right? I mean, because that's what women, that's their mold, homemaker. She's like, all right, I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to be one of the richest motherfuckers around, and I'm going to turn this homemaking shit into a goddamn business. Her hustle is fucking astronomical.
Her hustle also got her put in jail.
That only adds to her street cred, dude.
That's the funniest shit
She's
ever.
out here smoking weed with Snoop.
The
and
amount of memes that came from that, where it shows Snoop Dogg and Martha, and only one of them is a felon,
right?
and you got Snoop Dogg posting, and it ain't me,
Yeah.
is great.
So Martha Stewart, dude, aces. She turned what every woman is supposed to be, you know, quote unquote, supposed to be, and she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get rich off this shit. Dude, I mean, that's amazing. Number 2 is my grandma. I could do
Ghetto granny.
Ghetto Granny. I could do a whole episode dedicated to this woman.
We probably we have enough recording probably to cut together a whole episode.
Right. She was like the face of duality. Like, she did so much for woman empowerment in this area and in Cincinnati, but yet she was a motherfucking gangster. Not to mention how many times she caught me masturbating while I was young and didn't say anything. She just turned away and looked like she didn't act. Like, I think about it now and I'm like, man, this woman saved my psyche when I was younger. Because if I'd have known she caught me that many times, like, I'd have been broken. But no, she didn't. She just turned and walked the other way. And I didn't even fucking know it. Had a dude's car blown up. That's great. Like, that's some shit.
Have you not heard these stories?
I've heard some of them. I didn't hear the one about the car being blown up.
Oh yeah, she was dating this much younger man, and she bought him a truck, and he cheated on her. So she had the motherfucking truck blown up, hoping he was in it. He was not in it. I mean, thank God. I didn't
Damn.
want my grandma to go to prison or anything, but
She wouldn't have gone to prison.
man, I'm telling you what, she
She'd
started.
just pass it off as like, I'm a little old lady. I don't know no better.
No, Man, she was for the hood. She was. My granny was for the hoods. She was. She started 2 women's shelters.
Dominique says G-Mall.
She was a G-Mall. But Dante says outlaw Martha Stewart. I can't. Unless you're calling her an outlaw.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
All right. But yeah, she started 2 women's shelters and recovery homes in the area.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. She worked with a lot of inmates. Maybe that's how she became so gangster.
That's probably it. That's got to be it.
She used to tell me these stories of like what dudes would do in jail to like pass the time or how they make art. And she would come home with jail artwork at least once a month. And she'd be like, yeah, this inmate drew me this with M&Ms. Like, he colored that with M&Ms? Yeah, they do shit like that all the time.
Wild.
Yeah. There was always 2 things you could find under her pillow.
Okay.
A pint of vodka and a pack of crackers. Always. Under her pillow.
What's the correlation?
I don't know. She just ate crackers and drank vodka all the goddamn time. There was never a time when she didn't smell like vodka. And she smoked GPC cigarettes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you.
She was for the hood.
She was, man. She
God
belonged
bless.
to the streets. This woman. God, I miss my grandma. She was awesome, dude. I have so many. Look, first time I ever stuck it in somebody's butt, I was about 5 feet from my grandma. Yeah. Me and my girl, I've told this story before, maybe not on our show, but on another show, all right? So me and my girlfriend are at the time, we're both teenagers. We're laying on the couch watching a movie with my grandma. She's on another couch watching the movie. My girlfriend at the time was on her period, so I leaned over, I whispered to her, like, let me put it in your butt. She said, okay. So I proceeded to very quietly and very try to nonchalantly put it in this girl's butt with my grandma sitting a few feet away from us.
How does that cross your mind with your grandmother sitting across the room from you?
I don't know.
Listen, motherfucker, this is why we call you depraved, because you do weird shit like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not okay.
I know it's not okay, but it's goddamn hilarious. And it happened. And,
Oh my God.
And now that I'm talking about it again, I feel slightly ashamed.
You should.
But it was an achievement and a defining moment in my teenage life.
Yeah, he got a little fucking bar at the bottom of his vision that says, butt fucked a girl in front of grandma.
I don't know if she knew what was going on. I don't even
She
remember
knew.
what the movie was.
Man, when you get up to the pearly gates or wherever the hell G-Mall's going to be stopped there, and she'd be like, I'm so disappointed in you, Tyler.
Oh, man, she probably will. But golly. Man, she used to let me take her car when I was 15. Didn't have a temps. Didn't have a license. And just let me go wherever the fuck I wanted to go. As long as I go get her a milkshake, she didn't care where I took her car. All right, but that got a little sidetracked. Never going to happen in front of Grandma. Oh, man. Rosemary wants to know if you've hugged your grandma lately.
Last time I saw her.
Last time he saw him. All right. Number 1 is every single mother out there, every woman in power, every woman breaking down barriers. So my list went kind of off the rails, but in all honesty, like, you are my number 1, ladies. If you're out there doing your thing, making shit happen, living your life to the fullest, I appreciate you. I fucks with you. That's it. That's my list.
Good list, Tyler. Good list. I learned something about you that I wish I hadn't.
Hey, do you remember watching? So look, I used to like. My grandma lived with us for a long time, and I would sleep in her room with her on the floor.
Okay.
Right. And she had cable in her room. Do you remember cable TV?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that if you turned it to the dirty channels, it did the wavy thing, but you could still see titties?
I didn't have cable.
Oh, okay. Well, you were missing out on
I
wavy
understand
titties.
what you're saying. I've seen the memes.
I would wait till I thought she was asleep and watch the said titties. And this is where I said how many times she probably caught me masturbating. And
You were sitting there wanking your fucking, fucking pulling your own chain while grandma's sleeping in the fucking bed?
I was a kid. I wouldn't do it.
Fucking blasting rope in grandma's room.
Yep.
Trash pandas.
All right. Well, that's the top 5 for today. You guys get to learn a little more about me every episode.
So disappointed in you.
Shorty's got his back turned to me. Those of you listening on Spotify, like he's not even at his microphone anymore. He is thoroughly disgusted.
Like, why the fuck? Like, how does that even like? Oh well, I'm in Grandma's room, and guess what it's time to do?
Look, my grandma was in college, right? She was going to NKU, and she would take me.
What?
She would take me to school with her.
Okay.
On occasion, and like this is when I first discovered myself. Right?
Okay.
So
Oh my
I'd be in an NKU bathroom fucking shooting rope, as Miles likes to
Blasting
say.
rope.
Blasting rope. Like, Grandma, I gotta go to the bathroom. And when you're that young, it takes a little bit. Like, it's not a quick thing. You don't know your stroke count. So she either knew what I was doing in these bathrooms, or she thought I was like constipated or something. But she knew there
How
was.
often did you run to the fucking bathroom?
I probably went at least once every time she took me to school with her.
Okay, see, that's not that bad. Like, I gotta go take a poop. You go take a shit, get lost or something, get weird. I don't know.
Yep. Have fun in fucking accounting 101, Grandma. I'm gonna go fucking.
Go rub this out real quick.
I gotta file some paperwork.
Dude, my granny, man, I'm telling you what. Oh. And she always drove the big Crown Vics.
Yeah.
Them big fucking
The
boats.
fucking boats, yeah.
She probably owned 10 of them motherfuckers in my lifetime.
How many times did you fucking defile that?
I had sex in the backseat a few times.
Jesus Christ, Tyler.
Was fucking G-Mall driving?
No.
Do you think about your grandmother when you have sex?
Well, with what I've seen here, probably constantly.
Man, I miss my grandma. All right, with that, today's top 5 was brought to you by DW Vapors, Dripwell Vapors. Check them out on Mall Road. They might cancel their sponsorship after they heard about
Possibly, dude. Like, we might get sponsored by the fucking nursing home by the end of this. Like, oh, Tyler likes the lovins, huh? Fucking get out of here, bro.
All right, hit the button. We'll be back with some women's trivia for Women's History Month.
Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now.
Her moo would go and start fluttering.
What the fuck's a moo-moo?
A moo it's like a nightgown.
Oh. I'm glad I'm recording this.
Oh, you are? Well, shit. Fuck. All right, here we go. We're back.
I didn't get the bit about coffee.
Okay,
That's
good.
probably for the best.
Yeah, probably. All right, we're going to do a little female trivia for Women's History Month, and we're going to show you just how ignorant we are to the ladies.
Yeah, I'm not excited for this, honestly.
And I think we're going to take this quiz together because I don't have the answers here. It's multiple choice, but we're going to have to agree on an answer.
Now, what is this in?
It's women in history.
Okay.
All right, so here's the first question. Who was the first woman justice in the U.S. Supreme Court?
Ha!
Hint, she was nominated by U.S. President Ronald Reagan. It doesn't matter.
What hint?
All right, here's our options. Madeleine Albright, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sandra Day O'Connor, Margaret Chase Smith.
Ginsburg.
I'm going Ginsburg too. Let's see if we're right.
Familiar.
I think we're right. I don't know. Maybe we won't know till the end. All right, so we're going to see how many we get right here. Next question. Who was the first American female to receive a U.S. patent in her own name? Hint, she received her patent in 1809 for a method of weaving straw with silk. Our options are Golda Meir, Mary Keyes, Charlize Theron, and Georgia O'Keeffe. Why would they put Charlize Theron on there?
I want to know why they put Georgia O'Keeffe on there.
I don't know who Georgia O'Keeffe is.
Painter.
A painter? So it's not her. It's not Charlize Theron.
Who's Charlize Theron?
She's an actress. Do you remember the movie Aeon Flux?
Yeah.
She played her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She was in that newer Netflix movie where like a bunch of them were immortal. She was the leader. All right, so we've narrowed it down to Golda Meir and Mary Keyes.
Golda Meir.
Golda Meir, so you're saying?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All
I
right,
have
we'll go
no
Golda
idea.
Meir. All right. Next question. Who's the first woman to appear on a U.S. $1 coin? Hint, some critics thought the size of the coin was too similar to that of the U.S. quarter. Our answers are, our options are Betsy Ross, Abigail Adams, Susan B. Anthony, and Pocahontas.
Does it actually say Pocahontas?
Pocahontas. That's on there. I'm saying it's Susan B. Anthony.
Wasn't?
Like the Sacagawea gold dollars. I
Oh,
remember
that's
those.
okay. That's what I'm.
That's
thinking.
why I thought he was fucking around.
Yeah.
No, it's Pocahontas is on there.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not it.
No, I don't think so either.
Probably say Betsy Ross if I had to guess.
Yeah.
So 2 for Betsy, 1 for Susan. Majority rules. We're going Betsy. Next question.
Ah, democracy. All right.
You know. And you guys are probably smarter than me anyway, so I'm going to go with you.
You got me on You got me on one major problem, dude. I am not a history buff at all.
Well, neither am I. So here we are learning together about women.
Cool.
Who was the first woman to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel and live? Hint, she was a widowed school teacher from Michigan who did this in 1901. Who the fuck goes... I thought only men did dumb shit like this.
Nah, dude. Every now and again, a woman jumps in the fucking barrel.
Goes over Niagara Falls. And I've seen Niagara Falls now. I do not wish to go over it in anything. All right, here's our options. Sonia Henney, Annie Edson Taylor, Nadia Kamenecki, I don't know, and Barbara
Sounds
Jordan.
Russian.
I'm going with Annie Edson Taylor because you got to be psycho to do it, and only psychos go by all 3 names. What's your
Sure.
guess?
That's what I'm going with.
No, I'd go with the Russian one.
Which one? Nadia?
Yeah.
Well, majority rules, we're going with Annie. Next
hope I'm right.
question. All right. Who was the first woman lawyer in the United States? Hint, she wasn't the first U.S. woman lawyer
Bruh.
to argue a case before a court.
She what?
She was the first U.S. lawyer in the United States, but she wasn't the first U.S. woman lawyer to argue a case before a court. Our options are Esther McQuigg Morris, Belle A. Mansfield, Mary E. Magoon, and Arabella Mansfield.
I think it's the first Mansfield.
Belle A.
Yeah.
Belle A. Is that what you're going with too?
Fuck yeah, might as well.
So it doesn't matter what
Just
my
fucking
answer
pull up
is.
a random quiz from Quizilla or some shit.
I
Get
don't
this.
know. I just Googled this shit. That's what I do, man. I Google it up. All right, next question. Who's the first woman driver in the Indianapolis 500 automobile race? Jimmy Carter was the U.S. president at the time.
I like these hints that are fucking nowhere near helpful.
I know. Well, that's still a hint. I mean, it is helpful because Jimmy Carter was what, president in late 70s? Early 80s, maybe?
Carter?
Yeah. So that gives you a time frame.
He was right before Reagan.
What are our options
think.
here?
Our options are Danica Patrick.
Yep.
It is not Danica Patrick.
Gotta
She's
be.
current.
Yeah, she's current.
Gotta be.
She's current.
Janet Guthrie, Lynn St. James, and Sarah Fisher.
St. James.
See, are you really going with Danica Patrick?
That's just the only name on there. It sounds any bit familiar.
Sarah Fisher sounds familiar to me. And you said Guthrie?
Read the other 3 names.
Janet Guthrie, Lynn St. James, Danica Patrick.
St. James.
You're going St. James?
St. James.
And you're sticking with Danica Patrick?
Danica Patrick's current.
Yeah, I know.
She's still in it.
You're the tiebreaker here.
I'm gonna go with Shorty on this one.
St. James.
St. James it is. Next question. Who's the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal? She won it in tennis. Your options are Charlotte Cooper, Dorothy Hamill, Sonia Henney, Olga Korbut. Or Corbet.
Olga.
I'm saying Olga because, look, foreign women are really good at tennis.
I'm just glad they didn't say Serena Williams because that would have been my fucking guess. But
No, because Serena competes in all women's. She doesn't compete against men, so she wouldn't be the first to win a gold medal.
it says first woman to win, right?
A gold medal, yes. She was not the first woman to win a gold medal. Women have been winning gold medals since before we were born.
Fair enough.
Serena Williams is close to my age, probably. So, I'm going to say Olga.
Yeah,
Olga.
I'll support it.
All right. Olga it is. I really hope it gives us the answers at the end, or else this is pointless.
Yeah.
All right. Who was the first woman elected to the U.S. Congress? Hint, she represented a district in Montana. And no, not Joe. Joe Montana sports ball. I'm dumb. All right, here we go. Jeanette Rankin, Margaret Chase Smith, Barbara Jordan, or Victoria Woodhull.
I think it's Chase Smith.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
I don't have an opinion. And if you both go Chase Smith, that's what we're going with. Who was the first woman to have her name placed in nomination for the U.S. presidency by either of the two major U.S. political parties? Hint, she lost the Republican nomination to Barry Goldwater. This is new because everybody, makes a big stink that Hillary was the first. Apparently she wasn't.
No, there's been a few women who've ran for president several times.
I did not know that. Here's our options. Bonnie Parker. That does not sound very presidential to me. Margaret Chase Smith is back on
Oh,
the
fuck.
options. Hattie
trap.
Caraway. I couldn't get down with a president named Hattie. I don't know why. It just seems weird. And Shirley Chisholm.
I'm going to go with Smith again.
Smith? What are you going with? Margaret Smith?
Yeah.
I can go with that. 3 names. All right. And if we vote for her enough times, eventually we're going to get one right.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't put her on this list if she wasn't an answer to at least one of them.
Fair enough.
Who was the first woman depicted on a U.S. postage stamp? Hint, according to legend, she pawned her jewels to pay for a sea voyage of discovery.
Oh, fuck.
Molly Pitcher, Queen Victoria of England, Betsy Ross, Queen Isabella of Spain.
I want to say it's Queen Isabella of Spain.
That's where I was going with it. We in agreement here? Queen Isabella of Spain.
That hint was actually helpful.
Yeah.
That was a good hint.
Do you know how many questions we have?
There's 20 questions. We are on question 11. You okay? You gonna make it through the test?
Yeah, I was just wondering, you just said quiz.
I think there's 20. Who was the first U.S. woman to command a space shuttle? Hint, she is not the same U.S. woman as the one who was the first in space. That doesn't help me because I don't know the answer to
They're
either.
going to give us both of those names, and we're going to pick wrong either way.
Probably. Catherine Thornton. That's astronauty to me. Pam Melroy. I don't know. That one's even more astronauty. Diane Fossey. And Eileen Marie Collins.
Collins.
No, it's not Collins because she was going to be on my list. No,
So
it might be Collins. Her name, I just read her name.
I was going with Melroy.
Pretty sure it's Collins.
You're going Collins?
She had something to do. It's one way or the other about space stuff.
She might have been the first woman in space.
So, are you...
I'm sticking with Collins.
Collins it is. Next question. Who was the first woman elected as U.S. state governor in her own right? Hint, she was elected governor of Connecticut. Sally Ride, Judy Martz, Shirley Chisholm, there she is again, and Ella Grasso. It's Connecticut, so I'm going with Ella Grasso.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right. Unanimous. Who was the first woman to travel across the ice to the North Pole? Think about the movie character Mrs. Robinson, except without an E. I don't know who played Mrs. Robinson. Denise Martin, Anne Bancroft, Helen Thayer, or Xana Sukariva? Look, the only name in there that I feel like you could put an E on, there's two. Mrs. Robinson. Was Mrs. Robinson Helen Mirren? And do you spell Helen with an E when it's Helen Mirren? I'm going with Helen Thayer. I think it's her or Anne Bancroft.
Sure.
Which one?
I got Bancroft sounds more explory.
Okay.
Bancroft.
Bancroft it is.
Laura Croft, Bancroft. I appreciate where your head's at.
I like it. Who was the first U.S. woman vice presidential candidate of a major political party to win the nomination? She had represented a district in New York when she was in the U.S. Congress. Shirley Chisholm, there she is again. Eventually, we're going to have to pick her. Margaret Chase Smith, there she is again.
Fuck.
3 for 3.
Geraldine Ferraro and Hattie Caraway. There she is again. I'm going with Geraldine Ferraro because they're talking about New York, and that sounds like a real New Yorker name.
Yeah, it sounds Italian.
Sure.
Unanimous on Geraldine Ferraro. Guys,
I hope
we're
at
almost
the end of
there.
this, it just gives us like a percentage and does not tell us the answers.
Right.
At least then we'll know how dumb we are. What if we get 100%?
We are really fucking lucky.
Lucky. All right, number 15. Who was the first American woman to fly a plane solo? Hint, she also drove an automobile across the country in 1910 and was one of the early American women to do so. Oh, wow.
This
So
is a trick question.
it is a trick question because the wording of it, because Amelia Earhart is not on this list.
Yeah, Amelia Earhart was the first woman to circumvent the globe.
Okay, see, I didn't know
Not
that.
to fly a plane.
All right. So here's our options. Blanche Stewart Scott, Jacqueline Jackie Cochran, Sarah Ferguson, or Ayn Rand.
Probably go with the second one.
Jackie?
Yeah.
I feel like Ayn Rand sounds super familiar.
Is that who you're going with?
Yeah.
Am I going to be the tiebreaker here?
Yeah.
Yep. Figure it out.
I'm going with Jackie.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Who was the first woman doctor in the U.S.? Hint, she went to Geneva, New York Medical School, which is now known as Hobart and William Smith College. So we're talking about the first doctor in the U.S. here. Our options are L. Anna Ballard, Esther Hill Hawkes, Elizabeth Blackwell, Bethania Owens Adair.
Elizabeth. What was her last name?
Blackwell.
No.
I'm going with
Second.
Bethania Owens Adair. Hyphenated name screams doctor to me. That shows she's strong, independent. She don't want to take her husband's name.
Or it also screams our schools did a real shitty job teaching us stuff.
So you went Blackwell.
Yeah.
I went Adair.
What was the other names on there?
L. Anna Ballard, Esther Hill Hawkins.
Esther. That's who I'm going with.
All right, so we're in this.
Only because I read her name the last couple of days.
Well, then we're gonna go with Shorty on
Yep.
this one because he sounds the most confident. Number 17. Who was the first black woman elected to the U.S. Congress? Hint: she represented a district in New York. Harriet Beecher Stowe, Rosa Parks. It was not Rosa Parks.
Yeah, you're right.
Shirley Chisholm.
God.
She's back. And Anna J. Cooper.
She's back. She's black.
I'm going with Shirley Chisholm. Oh, man, we're going to hell for this episode.
Probably with the amount of knowledge we got.
Yeah.
I want to hear women take this fucking quiz.
Right? All right, so,
Especially fucking feminists.
so we
think
both
they do
picked
much
Shirley Chisholm. Are you making it unanimous?
Yep.
Okay.
Might as well.
All right, number 18. Who was the first woman to hold a cabinet office in the U.S. government? Hint: she served as Secretary of Labor. Did she give labor, though? That's the question.
No, it's not.
I thought you were gonna stop at cabinet. I was like, hey, no, well, it could be any of them.
Madeleine Albright.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ovetta Culp Hobby. That's just the weirdest name I've ever read. Christy Whitman, and Frances Perkins.
Whitman.
You going Whitman? You're going Whitman?
Whitman.
Okay. I was going to go with Culp Hobby, but you two win. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Do you guys even need me to give these options?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Gotta read out the things.
Madame
Hint.
Curie.
She was also the first woman to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different categories.
Yep, Madame
Do
Curie.
you still need me to read the options, or are we going
You
with
gotta
Marie
read the
Curie?
options.
All right. Selma Lagerhoff, Pearl Buck, Betty Williams, and Marie Curie.
Marie Curie.
I was
Marie
really
Curie.
just hoping our one girl came back.
Shirley Chisholm.
Shirley Chisholm.
All right. Number 20. Here's the last one. Who's the first woman to attain the rank of Rear Admiral in the U.S. Navy? Sorry, ladies.
Oh,
I don't know. What was that girl you hooked up with on the couch beside Grandma?
Saying her
She
name.
got the fucking. She got Rear Admiral.
All right.
Or does it make Grandma the rear admiral because she monitored it?
Oh my god.
All right, here's your hint. According to some accounts, she originated the term computer bug. Maria Antoinette, not her.
No.
Florence Nightingale, not her. Grace Hopper or Clara Barton.
I think it's Barton. I remember seeing her name.
Yeah, we can go with Barton.
All right, we're going Barton. Now we're going to submit our answers, people. Let's see how bad we got. Here we go. We ready for this?
Yep.
Oh, man. Question 1 was, who's the first woman justice in the U.S. Supreme Court? We all said Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The correct answer was Sandra Day O'Connor.
Can't win them all.
Oh, man. All right, we're 0 for 2. Who was the first American female to receive a U.S. patent in her own name? We said Golda Meir. The correct answer was Mary Kies. Or Keys. I don't know how to say it. It's Kies. If anybody wants to look her up, that's her
Sounds
name.
like keys to me.
Yep. Who was the first? We're 0 for 3, people. Oh, my God.
I told you, bro.
Doing good.
Who was the first woman to appear on the U.S. dollar? We said Betsy Ross, and I was right on this one because I said Susan B. Anthony. Susan B. Anthony was the correct answer.
All right.
Oh, we got one right.
Oh man.
1 for 4.
Who was the first woman to go over a barrel and live? Annie Edson Taylor. I think I was actually wrong on that. I think you guys pulled me to the right side on that one.
Track.
Us right, him wrong.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
no, just in general.
Oh, okay. I'll help. When you run out of fingers, I'll start.
Question 5, and we are what?
We're 1 for 3.
We're 1 for 4.
1
Sorry.
and 4. Yeah.
1 and 4.
Question 5. Who was the first woman lawyer in the United States? We got this one wrong. It was Belle A. Mansfield. But you guys did say it was one of the Mansfields.
Yeah, we did.
We get
We
half
just
credit.
Yeah, we should get half credit for that. So we're 1.5 for 5. Number 6. Can you guess if we got it right or wrong?
We did it. We got it.
We got it wrong. Who was the first woman driver in the Indianapolis 500 automobile race? It was Danica Patrick.
Was it really?
Nope, it was Lynn St. James.
Oh, you bitch.
Fucking Miles is over here like, what now, fuckers?
I knew it. I knew stuff.
All right, next question. We
5
got
wrong.
it wrong. We're one.
I'll take the wrongs.
Okay.
Number 7 was who was the first woman to win an Olympic gold medal? We said Olga because of her name, and it was Charlotte Cooper.
I got the easy job now.
Yep.
The rights. All right. Can you guess if we got 8 wrong or right?
Probably wrong.
It's probably going to be wrong.
It's wrong. Who was the first woman elected to the U.S. Congress? We said Margaret Chase Smith. The correct answer was Jeanette Rankin. We have a failing grade. It's going to take a lot for us to pass this thing.
Bro, we are not going to hit 50%.
No. It's funny.
We might.
We answered Margaret Chase Smith on that answer. And our next answer, we answered Margaret Chase Smith again. And it was correct. Who was the first woman to have her name placed in nomination for the U.S. presidency by either of the 2 major U.S. political parties? And it was Margaret Chase Smith.
Dope.
So we are now 2.5 for 9.
2.5?
2.5.
He's counting
Oh,
Mansfield as a
okay.
half.
Okay.
Number 10. Oh, golly. Don't call it a comeback, people. We've been here the whole time. Who was the first woman depicted on a U.S. postage stamp? Our answer was Queen Elizabeth of Spain. The correct answer was Queen Elizabeth of Spain. We are 3.5
Queen
for
Elizabeth of Spain.
10. Isabella.
There you go.
Isabella.
Yeah, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah,
You put a finger down.
I got excited.
You just lost our fucking half point.
All right, so we're shooting at 30% here, people. Okay. Holy fuck. Look, question 11 was, who was the first U.S. woman to command a space shuttle? We said Eileen Marie Collins. The correct answer was Eileen Marie Collins. 4 for 11. We just got 3 right in a row. All right. We're smart, y'all. We're smart, y'all, okay?
Quit boosting us up and fucking letting us down. Keep reading.
The next question was, who was the first woman elected a U.S. state governor in her own right? Our answer was Ella Grasso because it sounded New Yorkian. The correct answer is Ella Grasso.
Oh, we got 5.
5 for 12. We're almost at 50%, y'all. Ho, ho. Who was the first woman to travel across the ice to the North Pole? Our answer was Anne Bancroft. Who pulled for Bancroft? Both of you did, and I said something else? Well, guess what? Y'all motherfuckers are right. 6 for 13. All right. Who was the first U.S. woman vice presidential candidate of a major political party to win the nomination? We said Geraldine Ferraro because it sounded like she was from New York.
Yeah.
The correct answer was Geraldine Ferraro.
Nice. Oh, man, we're 50%.
We're at 50.
50%.
There are 6 left. As long as we get 3 more right.
Yep. If we get 4 more, we at least pass with an F.
Yep. Yeah. With a D.
F minus.
F is failing.
F plus, sorry.
D minus. How many we at? We're 7, right?
7-7, dude.
7 out of 14. So we just got 6 right in a row.
Yeah.
Who was the first American woman to fly a plane solo? Our answer, Jackie Cochran. The correct answer, Blanche Stewart.
Damn it.
Damn it, man. Oh. Who was the first woman doctor in the U.S.? Our answer was Esther Hill Hawkins. The correct answer was Elizabeth Blackwell.
Oh, that's my bad, fellas.
That's all right. Miles did say Blackwell, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I went with the hyphenated name on
I
that
am a
one.
doctor.
I am a doctor.
Next question, number 17. How many are we at now? How many we got right? 7? Which means we need to hit at least
3 more.
3 more.
Yeah, 3 more. We talked big shit and went downhill real quick.
Yeah. You're going to be proud of this one, Shorty.
All right.
Who was the first black woman elected to U.S. Congress?
No way.
Our answer was Shirley Chisholm.
She's back. She's black.
Shirley
She's
Chisholm
incorrect. Woo!
is the correct answer. In 1968, Shirley Chisholm became the first black woman elected to Congress, representing the Bedford Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn, New
I'm
York.
so fucking happy.
Who was the first woman to hold a cabinet office in the U.S. government? Our answer was Christine Christie Whitman. The correct answer was Frances Perkins.
Damn it. These last 2 we got to get.
We got to get him.
We know we got the next one, though.
Do we?
Yes, we got the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Madame Curie.
Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Our answer was Marie Curie.
This is it.
The correct answer was Marie Curie. I don't want to look at the last answer.
Do
because
it.
we need it.
Do it.
We need it.
Don't show us with your face.
How am I not going to show you with my face? Let's just read a little backstory on Marie Curie here. Only 2 years after the Nobel Foundation was established. Look, we're building suspense here, people.
What's the word? Fucking edging?
Edging. We're edging.
That's what he's doing right now.
A Nobel Prize
be
in
edged.
physics was awarded to Marie Curie in 1903.
Yeah.
Curie also won a Nobel Prize in chemistry in 1913, making her the first woman to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different categories. Here we go. A moment of truth. Number 20. Who was the first woman to attain the rank of Rear Admiral in the U.S. Navy? We said Clara Barton. The correct answer was Grace Hopper.
Damn.
Man, I really thought we were going to pull it out. When
That
we
was
hit
fucking
6
crazy.
in a row.
You don't got to pull it out when you stick it in her ass, Tyler.
Yeah. Golly.
Rear Admiral.
We almost pulled it out. We almost got the dub on that one.
I am proud of us, all right? I'm proud of us.
9 for 20. I mean,
9
I
out
guess
of 20.
we have the wrong hardware. But, I mean, this just shows
If we
me...
would have had that other half of that point, we would have been solid.
the other half and Black Whale.
Yeah, Blackwell. That's my bad. That's my bad.
There was one I got right, too. I can't remember which one it was, but... That was the Susan B. Anthony being on the coin. I was almost sure about that. I wasn't 100%, but I was almost
That's when you
sure
need to
about
bring in your debate, bud.
that. I know, but I wasn't feeling it.
Because if you were more solid about it, like, you
we'd
could have swayed
caved.
us. We'd have caved.
We'd have caved.
Yeah, we'd have caved.
Oh, this sounds like a typical man in an argument. Yeah, we'd have caved. Women would have won.
Yeah, I wouldn't have given a fuck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. Every argument with my ex-girlfriend right there. That's how that would end. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Like, you're right. I'm wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. How dare I defy you? It shan't happen again.
Shan't. It shan't, and it... I don't know it won't be, but... I know there's another proper word for it.
It shan't?
Yeah.
Technically, it would be want. That is an actual word.
It shan't and it went.
Yep. I shan't. I went. And by golly, I can't.
All right, you guys got anything to add to for the ladies today?
Be better than us.
Yes, be better than us.
And give some of us a chance.
Please.
Oh, that's great. That is great. I don't have a closer. I had one and I lost it.
Oh, sorry, Ty.
It's all right. So that's it. That's all we got for today.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
Always remember, if Shirley Chisholm's an option, she's the answer. Cue the music. We out.